Hello. How are you doing this week? I am fabulous. I have had an entire full week full of learning new things. I signed up for a half marathon in May. So my training starts next week, and I'm super excited about that. It's going to be so much fun. And I get to go to Nashville with my hubby. And so yeah, I just kind of have to start training next week, which I will do. I love to run. I just haven't done it in a really long time. So that's what's up with me. I wanted to talk to you today in episode 4 about image management. It is something that is part of our culture these days on social media. It used to be called Keeping Up with the Joneses, and it is now on social media presenting this perfect fairy tale life and perfect images of all of that goes along with being perfect. And that's a super high standard for anybody to have to live up to, and it's not real. That's the main thing. It's attractive, it's beautiful, and it makes us want it, but it's not real. And um, when you start trying to be something that you're not, like in Instagram photos, then you start being a pretender. You become imaginary. You're not even real anymore. And so I want to talk to you today about image management. Think about what you want to be known for. When all the world talks about you, or the 500 people you know talk about you, what do you want to be known for? When we think about that, the answer to that question, and we fail to meet that expectation, that's how we get into the cycle of starting to pretend and trying to be something that we're not. And we're being something that we're not. It's it's not authentic, and people can feel that energy. And the problem with trying to manage your life with an image that's not really you, you're not real, you're imaginary. And if people don't know who you really are, then they can't even like who you are. You can't have friends because they are liking this image that you're portraying, not the real you. And so it's important that you understand that difference, and that you can be willing to show your true self to people. And when you do, those people that appreciate you, those are your friends. Those are the people that you're meant to be with. As I said, keeping up with the Joneses has turned into keeping up with your Instagram account or your Snapchat or whatever account it is. The problem with it is none of that is real. It's just not. We've become a society full of pretend-aholics. Anything that makes us look good versus making us real. Um, and when you start pretending, you stop growing as a person. You get stuck. And it's something that I see in high school a whole bunch of. You get to high school and you're trying to meet the other people's expectations and get in with this crowd over here. So you're acting a certain way to get in with them. And that's not even who you are. And so many people that do that in high school end up staying stuck in that for the rest of their lives. After high school, they end up talking about nothing about except what happened in high school, um, what football game they won back 30 years ago, because they never learned to be themselves, and they never learned to live as themselves. They always had to have that image. And once those football days are gone, they don't have anything else. That is their entire world because that was their entire image. So that is why it is important to learn to find yourself if you're not sure who you are yet, and then be that person. I can tell you kind of a catch 22 that I have. Um, well, not me specifically, but as my profession as a teacher, you are held to this expectation up here by many, many administrators. I know that there are some that make teachers wear, you know, professional dress, like dresses, high heel shoes, men, slacks, ties, very professional looking. But when you work in elementary school, that's real hard to get down on the floor with the kids to actually interact with them. So there's that whole catch 22. The kids need you to be authentic, and the kids darn well can feel your energy when you're not. And so you have to be authentic with them to for them to be able to engage with you. But yet if you're working in a school where you're having to pretend to be a certain image as a teacher, then it washes out your authenticity. And many professions these days, when people post things on social media, it comes, as in their personal life, it comes back to them on a professional level as well. So there's that catch 22 of, we want you to be real and authentic, but we really want you to meet this image over here. I want you to think back about a teacher that you liked. I ask that question a lot to students of, think about a teacher you've really liked, and a whole lot of them say that they were just really a real person, that they totally clicked with you because they were organized, or they were this, or they were that. It's some characteristic that you totally appreciate in your own world. And so when you realize that's who I really admired, that strengthens my point of view of, well, not my point of view, but our point of view, that being true and authentic to who you are is what's going to make an impact on other people. When you are authentically you, you're powerful. You're super powerful. Um, I know that one particular president that's not very popular, he's extremely powerful because you either feel this way about him or you feel this way about him. But because he is authentically himself, he creates huge energy on either end around him. And so being yourself can draw that energy, maybe not to those extremes, but can draw your energy and gather the people that you need around you to you. And often we are drawn to an environment where we can be our true self. We might kind of fight it at first because being who you truly are doesn't fit in with who you're supposed to be. But when you get around in an environment where you can be truly yourself, it feels so good. And those people will just accept you the way you are. And all you have to do is be yourself. It feels comfortable. It feels good. It kind of feels like home. And then all of a sudden, it's not so hard to share your story anymore because you know that those people will accept you for who you are. Those are what true friends are, and those are your people. So I want you to take all of this in. I want you to think about how you're managing your image versus being your authentic self. I want you to stop managing your image. I want you to let the world see who you truly are, because you're going to shine. You are absolutely amazing, and you are doing the rest of us a disservice when you keep those gifts that you have to give to the world to yourself. So let us see you. Find your power within you, because that's where it lies. Let that energy out, and then think about, what do you want to be known for? I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye.